Saturday, right? It's a good view right here.
Good afternoon and happy Friday. Another week has flown by. I hope you are doing well, and I want to thank you for tuning in today. You're listening to the Financial Chick Show, and I am the Financial Chick. My name is Denise Nostrom, CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions, a full-service independent financial planning firm located in Medford. I'm here live every Friday at 5:30 p.m. on 103.9 LI News Radio. Your Financial Chick is here to help you make better financial decisions and choices to improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. If you want to know more about me or my firm, you can check out my website at financialchickshow.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram at Diversified Financial Solutions, so like our pages to get updates and see what is happening. So today, I have my assistant with me in the studio, Mike Scudiero.
We're back, baby.
We are back, baby. This is so exciting. You know, we've been working like animals, really.
We have. We have. The tax season was interesting.
Oh my gosh, right? And it's just been a whirlwind. And honestly, today is April 26th. I have no idea how we got here.
Neither of us have ever had any concept of time.
No. And even this week, it was like Monday, and then I missed stuff in between, and then it was Friday.
Yep.
I mean, can anybody relate? I think a lot of people do. When we talk to people, they feel the same way.
Yep.
You know, that things are kind of been flying by. So I thought today would be kind of cool that we can just do a recap of what's been happening of late, and we could talk about tax season because that was something else.
Yeah.
It was an interesting one this year, that's for sure. I thought I had something about tax thing, but I guess I didn't bring that with me. But so it was busy. It was busy. It was awkward. We had a few weird things that happened. Well, something just recently too, that one of the companies didn't produce a tax document for clients.
Yeah.
So this is not typically how things roll in our industry or in our office, for sure. But again, just to make a caveat that we do not produce the tax forms. They come from all the companies, whether you're investing with Nationwide or Invesco or Fidelity. All of the tax documents come from those particular companies. But we will not out the company that messed this one up this year.
That's definitely an important thing to decipher, though, who does the tax forms, because I think a lot of people have misconceptions about that.
Absolutely. Well, what was the biggest call? Our call volume goes up, and why?
Oh, who threw their taxes out? Who misplaced them?
Exactly.
Who put them somewhere they don't know where it is? Who put them in a different part of the house they entirely forgot about?
Mm-hmm.
The throwing out thing is remarkable to me because most of the, or if not all of the tax documents come in those envelopes that specifically say important tax documents enclosed.
Right, and what do we say? Just take it, put it in an envelope, put it into a folder, and just keep it all together because you know you're going to need it. And you know, I don't think any of us really want to get in trouble with the tax man. I always call it a man. Could be a woman too, I guess. The
IRS, no.
Yeah, nope. No, you really don't. So anyway, to kind of go back to the no tax document. Fortunately, we were in close conversation with the accountant, and we told her exactly what had happened. Well, we didn't know at the time it wasn't generated, but we knew all the transactions that happened for the client. So the show went on, you know, and the client filed the taxes in dual time. But why did we say this was such a poignant and weird thing? What do we depend on so much now in our society?
Oh my goodness. So many
I know
things.
it's Friday, right?
Yeah, it is. The brain is a bit cooked.
Yeah, no, I know. I've been working you to death too. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Technology.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So we have technology.
The backbone of society.
Exactly. But people just, and now we're soireeing to an AI, artificial intelligence. And what makes me a little concerned about this is that you still need the human effect. You can't just let it all go with technology and just say it's going to be fine, because we find probably at least once a week something that goes awry because of technology.
Yeah.
But when we look at it, we go, wait, you got to have the human factor in there, and the sense, and the numbers, and the thought process to say, well, wow, this is not right. So that kind of made me a little bit nervous this year. That was one thing that definitely, it takes a lot to have me speechless, but it definitely brought me down to no words, you know.
No, there will be times where even you have like certain instructions in place that are built into a system, and then sometimes they'll just not follow those instructions out of nowhere when no one gave that order.
Okay, and we had something like that as well.
Yeah.
Happened that, you know, people that have automatic transactions that are being paid out just stopped at one point.
Like if we give the instruction, that's one thing. But if no one called up or no one gave any sort of instruction to change anything about that, it just stops on its own. That's very concerning.
It's exactly, and that's the technology, and that's why
There's
you
people's
know.
money here. It's
Well,
like,
that's it. And, you know, and we depend on our technology. Thank God we're like, you know, we're like anal retentive. We like, you know, check and double check. I'm probably super annoying, but I'm like, just when we put in that request, just double check that it really went through.
But you're right though.
Because like people say they're going to do stuff, but then they don't. And it's stuff that unfortunately we have to give the instructions. We can't actually do. I would love that if we could just do it. I mean, that would be hard too. But yeah, it's been an interesting couple of months with just weird stuff happening.
With technology, I mean, it's supposed to be something that was never supposed to like make us feel like something's not getting done. It's supposed to be on top of everything. Like usually, it's if a mistake is made, it's the human that inputted that instruction that made the mistake. But a lot of the time, like even, I had this instance even like we're all mean to attach something to an email, and when I hit like it's in the email before I hit send. And I hit send, and I go back to my sent inbox just to make sure it's attached, and it won't be.
And then
it's like I attached the thing. I know I did, and it'll make you question yourself too.
Yeah.
So it's like technology is just something.
And you say to yourself, like, what happened? Like, you know, technology is supposed to make us more efficient.
Exactly.
And make things work a lot better.
A lot more accurate.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But you know, we unfortunately, and I don't want to be the you know the bearer of bad news, but you know, we find things that are not going so well, and that's why we're rolling quickly into artificial intelligence. And I don't know a lot about it. I mean, I know a good amount, but I feel like we're moving too quickly, and we're not really ready to soiree into these unknown worlds. You know?
If technology continues down this path, I'm not sure we'll ever be, if I'm being honest with you.
I know.
Not
It's
sure.
kind of frightening.
And anytime you try to take that next step, you realize, like, we even run into this in the office, like, want to do everything electronically, but then there's usually one step in the process that'll still make you print that out and do it hard copy or wet signature. Like, you can't, like,
It's not
ever
all or
cross.
nothing.
Yeah, you just can't get over the hump there. It's like, it's frustrating
I
sometimes.
know, it really is. It's very crazy, but we had an interesting, I've been live, but I haven't, I've had guests over the past couple of weeks, and we've had some really good guests actually. We had Maria Pollack, who's actually a client also.
Love her.
Great lady, and you can go on the website at financialchickshow.com and you can listen to the show. It was about being a widow. She was actually widowed twice in her life, and different strategies that she has, so it was a great show. And then last week we had Alicia and Sherry Bender from the Archdeacon Agency, and we talked all about property and casualty, and it doesn't sound like a super exciting topic, but it actually was really good, and they had a lot of good information. And there's this new rule in New York with the spousal, I don't even know what the actual terminology is, but you pay an extra premium unless you say that you don't want that on your coverage for the property and casualty.
I've got my eyes on that form a couple of times, and I can't remember
I know, I can't
necessarily
remember
the
the
whole name. Yeah.
But listen to the show. You can listen to the show on the website and get some really good information because you know, insurance has gone absolutely awry. But what has happened over the past month? April's been very interesting. We've had an earthquake.
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh,
on your birthday.
that
You got to
was my birthday.
remind everyone of that. It's on your birthday.
Yes, it was definitely mine. And I wasn't live that day because I did go away to a bed and breakfast with my husband that weekend. But yeah, so that day we had an earthquake. So listen, I like to shake things up. I mean, let's be honest. You know what I mean?
I guess.
So it was good. It was good. And then of course, on was it Monday or Tuesday?
It was the following Monday.
We had
eclipse.
the solar eclipse, so we went down to Patchogue, and thank you, Mike. So we got glasses,
I did.
the proper glasses, so we went and burned our retinas,
Yes,
which
and
was nice.
I wanted to get the whole pack. Got a nice 5-pack of eclipse glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
So we got to check that out, so that was really good. And then my wonderful staff, you and Brian, took me out to lunch for my birthday, which was so special and so
Our
sweet.
pleasure. It was
And
awesome.
I think that was an awesome thing. And then we did a few things. We're going to be going into the break soon. We'll hurry away to the second half to talk about some other things that we've been doing.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff over the past couple weeks in the community and trying to help young adults, etc. But it's Friday. Oh man.
It is. That's why when the weekend's over, I always tell this to my girlfriend who I'm with on the weekend. I'm like, I'm not that sad that we have to go into the week now because I'll blink and then it'll be another weekend. It's all good.
I know,
It's all
it's so
good.
true. And everything's flying. Everything's flying.
Yep.
And I see there's a lot of activity here in the airport.
Like to
We
see
had
that.
the spring break this week here on Long Island, and my daughter was off, and everybody, well, they're looking tan. It's been cold here. Yes, welcome back. But it's been actually freezing here.
Don't worry, it'll be like 80 on Monday. Don't worry.
Yeah, but then I'll be in Florida. But we'll talk about that in a moment. But you are listening to the Financial Chick Show. This is Denise Nostrom. My company is Diversified Financial Solutions, and my assistant Mike Scudiero is here with me today as well. We help you look for financial solutions when you feel like there are none. Feel free to contact me at 631-758-8691. Stay tuned after the break. All right, my goddamn hearing aid is whistling and it's driving me loony. My hearing aid is whistling.
Do the
And
headphones?
it's driving me crazy.
Do the headphones mess with them sometimes?
Was that?
Do the headphones mess with them sometimes?
Sometimes. Could you hear it? Because it was like driving me like I
No.
wanted to like
No, I
commit
didn't.
carry.
I didn't hear anything. No, it's all good.
What?
You chill?
Oh, well, we're
Headphones are
good. Oh no, we're good.
Good, good, good,
It's
good.
all good. It's all
I'll teach him a lesson. Those headphones.
What is he saying? What trouble is he starting now?
He said it'll teach the headphones a lesson if they're bothering you. It'll
Mhm.
teach them a lesson. The headphones.
Or you could do it.
I
He'll,
could.
he'll give them exorbitant amounts of cocaine or heroin.
What are you saying?
Exorbitant
Stopping
amounts.
anything.
There's always very interesting conversations, Facebook friends, during the commercials, so you get to see the behind the scenes.
I didn't say nothing.
You didn't, but you did.
Wait, now today you're choosing to be a good boy? Now today?
All I said was a straw has 4 holes and we have 1 minute.
Straw as why?
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
God.
All right. There's a lot of activity here.
I'm getting all your viewers to think now.
Yes, you are. I'm not sure if it's the right thought process yet. Thanks.
The break intermissions are turning into full-on comedy routines.
It's good. It's good.
I'll explain my theory when we're done with the show.
Theory of relativity.
Of straws.
Yeah, we'll call that.
Oh.
We'll call it that. We have 27
Straws.
seconds.
Theories of how the hell straws have 4 holes in them.
Yes.
There's somebody answering.
Bob! We're about to go back on the air. Good to see you, buddy.
I know, it's so good.
Yeah.
Financial check, I'll see you in May.
Oh, that's right. I know. I'm so excited. It's awesome.
Bob, that doing great.
You're like a celebrity over here. 2, 1. Welcome back. This is Denise Nostrom, the Financial Chick. My company is in Medford, and you can reach me at 631-758-8691 or visit my website at financialchickshow.com. I'm here to help you on your financial journey. Over the years, things change, and I'm here to help you navigate all of those changes. So we're here today on a Friday, spring break. The airport is buzzing. People are all over, which is really kind of nice.
We like
Again,
that,
they're
yeah.
coming back to this cold weather. I'm sure most people went to warm things. They look tan, so
Yep.
I'm a little envious. I'm not going to lie about it.
Probably Florida, to be honest.
I could probably
Probably.
most of them, yeah. But I'm here with Mike Scudiero, my assistant, and we are just kind of talking about some things. I've had a couple of guests over the past couple of weeks, and then I wasn't live, and April just flew by. We were talking about we started with an earthquake, and then we had the eclipse, and now we're way past tax season. Thank God.
Yeah.
We talked about that, and now we're just kind of rolling into the favorite. Well, it's my favorite anyway, and it's your favorite too. Summer. We're gonna get there
Yes.
very soon.
Yep.
The boats, we're throwing out the boat, and it's exciting stuff.
How could summer not be your favorite season? It's literally the season where you get to do like everything because
I
the
know.
weather is just. I know some people are just not good with the
They
heat, but
do.
like,
They don't like it. They like the snow. All of that.
it limits you so much, though.
I know.
Like,
I'm. Yeah.
even if you're just generally not into the warmth, like you have to admit, like when the snow's around and winter's around, there's so many things that could happen that just completely hinder all of your plans.
That's true.
Can't relax outside because you'll just freeze to death. Like it's. Oh God! How could you not like summer?
I don't
I
know,
always
but
ask
there,
myself.
but there are people. There are people. But again, you see here, what everybody's escaping to the south, to places that are warmer. And sure, there's little kids, you know, probably Disney and everything. So.
I mean, no matter
it's
which
nice.
season you're in, you're always going to get the other side complaining about something. It's too cold. It's too hot.
I
What do you say?
know.
It's-
Well, I don't. In the
it's-
summer, I people go, oh, yeah, but I never do.
Yeah, no, we're
I
consistent.
never. I'm very consistent.
We are both,
Oh, I
yeah.
will complain in the winter,
Yeah,
but in
absolutely.
the summer, I'm good.
But that's okay if we complain in the winter because we make it well known that we despise the winter. So that's,
So
again,
it's
just
a free pass.
consistency. That's all that
Okay.
matters.
All right.
That's all that matters.
That's cool. That's cool.
But I can't wait. Yeah, warm weather.
I know. We're really close. We're really close. But so a couple things happened. So what was your first one? So I've been doing for years. Patrick Medford High School. They have a career fair, or career connections as they call it. And what they do is they have different companies come to the high school, and we have tables, and the kids get to come, or the young adults get to come to the tables and ask us about what we do. So in this case, obviously financial advisory services. But you know, there was the military was there, and we had the library, banks. So you know, it was really like a wide breadth of companies and different opportunities for the students to learn. So what did you think, being your first one? What did you get from the whole day?
It was good. I enjoyed it. The thing that stood out to me most was there were some. I've always said this even back when I was in school. Like we primarily had a game of Jeopardy on our table.
Financial Jeopardy. Yes.
Yep.
So we'll tell the audience a little bit about that because that was
Yeah.
actually kind of pretty. That was fun.
Yes, it was. The crowd there was interesting because especially like while classes were going on, like there was a decent amount of people. There was a good crowd, and like you know, classes would transition and get a little empty for a while, then it'd re-crowd again. So the dynamic was very interesting. But it was good to interact with the kids. It's always good to get in touch with like how the youth is currently.
Absolutely.
Like,
That's my favorite part, actually.
because I definitely am distancing from high school somewhat now because I'm about 10 years out now. So like seeing the student body in high schools now, like I'm pretty removed from that. So it's pretty different from when I was there already.
Absolutely.
And I've always said this: I'm just going to come out and say it. We got to do a better job of teaching some of the kids some really vital parts about life, especially finances. And especially when I decided to delve into this field, thanks to you. One of the things that I always reflected on was I wish I was just able to learn more about this in school.
Yeah.
And with some of the kids, not necessarily all of them, there were some that were very good. We had two kids in particular who just
They took
My
the
gosh.
highest. So if you know, obviously, if you don't know Jeopardy. So it's basically you get the answer and you have to say what the question is. So
Right.
the 100 was the easiest question, and then 400 was the most difficult question, and then we had different categories.
Yeah, they
so,
went 400s and then
they-
300s. And
Well, they did all 400s across
Yep.
the entire categories, and they got them all right.
yeah,
And one was a sophomore and one was a junior, which was
Yep.
like amazing. But some kids, it was interesting, and you know, we were talking about maybe changing it up for next year, but a lot of kids had no idea what a checking account was.
yeah.
Or what a check was.
Yeah, writing a check. Yeah,
I don't know.
because we were talking about technology in the first segment, how it's impacted everything. Well, now everything is electronic
Yeah,
transfer.
so they have no idea. Like they'll know Venmo, they'll know Zelle.
Yep.
You know, on how to like pay a person, or I don't even know if you can pay a bill per se, but I think it's just that the basic tenets that they need to be taught, like you said, and that's part of our job.
Yeah.
And that's something where I loved having that relationship with Patrick Medford High School and going in there and helping the students to you know, indulge them in this
Yeah.
stuff that they're going to use all the time. And actually, we're going to be having an intern coming in this soon as well.
Yep.
And the interns that come in, it's priceless. You know, just learning about, just shadowing us and learning just basic office stuff, or you know, obviously the financial stuff.
Yeah, no,
Whatever.
it's so important. Like it wasn't until I actually got into the field that I realized like how much I did not know. I was like, wow, there was so much I had no idea that even existed.
Yeah.
Like the fact that I barely even knew what like an IRA account was, and I'm 27.
Well,
It's
we were
wild.
talking today. I think I have it here. That I remember the stats actually. They said, okay, so as per, I don't know what publication this was, but over 40% of Americans don't know what a 401k is.
That's yeah. So it's just
I mean,
it's incredible.
that's pretty scary. And then you wonder why people are undersaving and underserved for their future and for retirement, because they're not learning. But
And also back to another topic you actually hit on some weeks ago, you're talking about how many Americans have like unclaimed from their 401k, like
Oh,
the
right.
money's still floating out there that they have not like reacquired for themselves yet, or maybe put into another account if they wanted to.
Right, so they
It's
were
just-
at a job, and
Yeah.
they did a 401k, and then they left, and then they left that job, and they may have 2 or 3 or 4
And it's just
401ks that
floating
are
out
just,
there, like,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
really nuts, like, that's why it's so important to spread awareness on these things.
Absolutely.
Just have people teach them, drill it into them young at school. That was my point before. So it was interesting to see like how many kids may not know so much, how many kids just elbow dropped the game and just did very well.
I know.
So that's what I was talking about before, like getting a real feel for the youth, getting a gauge on where they're at really. So with all that combined, it was a really good event, and it's a good way for them to also like figure out, you know, maybe this is something I want to get into. Maybe I just learned something from playing that Financial Jeopardy game.
Yeah.
Maybe this is something I would actually like to study a
Exactly.
little bit more. So it's good for both sides, good for us, for them. It's a good event.
Yeah, and we had a little thing about like what to do on an interview, and so he's trying to help. And I have to say, Mr. Smiloff, he runs the business department at the at the high school, and he does a great job. So, so it is happening more than it has been in the past, but there's still so much work to be done.
Yeah, well, there always is.
I
There's
know.
always going to be
That's
work. Always. That's life.
That is true. But and then one other thing, I'm just going to give a little prop to my daughter. She won a humanities award at the high school about a week or so. I have no concept of time. We're getting claps from the audience here. But yeah, so they did a project. I think I'm going to mention a project with the high school getting sidewalks. So she got that award. So that was pretty good. So it's busy. Everything's busy with work, and then busy. Megan's graduating. So all that's happening. Prom dresses are coming in, and planning for parties, and oh my gosh, so much. But you're going to be holding down the fort next week.
I
So
will be.
I am heading. I'll be back here in the airport tomorrow morning, heading down to Florida myself for a business trip. So I'm seeing some clients, and then have my conference. And so it's a great time of year because we have our annual conference, and I get to see colleagues from all over the country, and we learn, and we have a lot of education. So I come back with a lot of stuff, and
Well, have a blast.
be able to
Denise,
bring it to the radio.
Because in case anybody doesn't know out there, you work very, very hard.
Uh-huh.
You deserve your time away. I hope you have a great time. You may be ticked off that we're getting 80 degrees on Monday, but you're going to have 80 degrees of your own.
Well, it's going to be
You'll be
86.
fine.
No, I'm just saying.
Poke the bear a little
Oh,
bit.
no, they're all mad at me. I'm sorry. No, don't do that. No.
We all love the heat. You can't do that.
No, we're getting there. It's close. It's close, But yeah. So thank you for coming today,
Oh, it's my
because
pleasure. I
like
love
I've been
doing this.
running like a lunatic, and I haven't even packed yet, and I have a 6 a.m. flight. I got a lot to do, and I got to eat. I'm trying to sleep. a little
Always
bit or
work.
something. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's fun. But again, you're listening to the Financial Chick Show. I'm here with Mike Scudiero. So we'll see you again next Friday. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, be better and do better. Goes so fast. Say it every week. All right.
All right.
Well, thank you, Facebook.
Thank you, guys.
For tuning in.
See, what I'm going to need you to do is bring back the good weather.